Okay, 23 Skidoo. Here's the 23rd day. So this is where our story started with the 650,000 emails going from the State Department to the Clinton Foundation through MWW and Anthony Weiner. That still hasn't been proven yet, but I think you're going to find that's going to be the truth over time. They didn't realize I could serve him in prison, though. But anyway, the Clinton Foundation is a big ball of wax. There's a lot of companies within a company. There's the Ira Magazine or Chai thing. That's going to be for the watered down drug business. There's the CGI business. This is the more the Neil Brown type of business, the David Petraeus type business. That's going to be for arms sales. This is the Podesta is really involved here. There's the energy initiatives, which are really just reselling the nuclear power, fuel, and weapons programs. And then you've got the satellite business, which can be used both commercially and for military surveillance, the DHS type business. So there's a lot going on here from 2001 to 2017. Hillary directly through 2013, and then through Kerry as a surrogate until 2017 through the Iran deal and other things. The reason why I choose to focus on the Awans and the DNC and the DCCC is it's a microcosm. It's a microcosm, number one, because the elections have a lot of coverage, plus we have the DNC. Not only do we have the WikiLeaks for this, the 650,000, some of those from the Judicial Watch and so forth, but we've got the WikiLeaks as well down here with the DNC leaks and also the Podesta leaks. So what I try to focus on is maybe my lawsuit kicked out Donna Brazil's cover story. Maybe it didn't. It seems like all along the way, there's people kicking out cover stories. The Awans kicked out a cover story with WAPO, trying to fill in a little of their background. Donna Brazil has kicked in a little thing. If you don't think I'm doing effective things on the lawsuits, that's fine. I'm going to continue to do them anyway. So again, I don't want or need a lot of viewers. This isn't. You can tell by my production techniques. What I want is searchers and people who are willing to do search. If you hate me as a person, you have to decide, well, do you want Mueller to win or do you want the truth to win? So you have to decide. But it's two pools of money. And in most elections, what you want is to defeat your opponent early and then you're the odds-on winner and everybody's sending you money. Well, Hillary knows everyone hates her. So she wanted Bernie to be in this because as a popular figure, as a contrast, as a common man versus her Wall Street pay-to-play. And go ahead and make as much money as you want, Bernie, and have as many of the kids go to the phones and do all the get out the vote and so forth. We're sweeping it every night, or however often, we still don't know how often. We're sweeping it up to Hillary for America. This is what no one knew during the whole time. It was a very complex fraud. Millions and millions of hours of people's times was unknowingly swept every night over to Hillary for America starting August 26th. We didn't know that until a few days ago, okay? So I had been saying that, but now we have proof, documented proof. Same thing for the Bernie-crats. I want my competitors to be strong until, let's say, June, about a month before the convention, and then cut them off at the knees, and then combine all the funds. Or I call it the Seth Rich moment, where I think you combine all the funds and then you cut off the competition. Then there's the last bit, which is the pay-to-play, which is, again, in Congress, you've got the schedules of these people, and you've also got the documents. The documents is like the gold. It's like, where are the 342 uranium mines in Oregon? And hey, Energy Oregon, how much is that worth to you? That's where the rubber meets the road. If I say, okay, I want a fishing pond on the back of my farm, and I don't want to have EPA on my back, that's worth a certain amount to me as a farmer, but not as much as this is worth to a uranium miner, for instance, in Oregon. Okay, so most of this is phishing attacks. Why do I say the MO is that? Because Teresa Grafenstein said these groups from other countries coming into our country and doing sophisticated phishing attacks. She said so. Was she talking about the ones? I actually think she was, but we'll see. We'll get there. I made a mistake the other day and actually said share blue instead of act blue. I was saying that the way the phishing attacks occurred was this act blue to act blues. Now it looks like a lot of it could have been act blue going directly to Hillary for America without even adding the S. So I think the S stuff went to the money actually went to Pakistan when they add the S. When it didn't add the S, I think it went to Hillary for America. Just my early on prediction. But I also said share blue. This is David Brock's company. This is the picture I produced yesterday on Twitter with the I can't remember, Sophia Bush, and with an odd collection of, superstars and then kind of wacky guy, and you don't really know why they're there. David Brock is going to be the guy who's doing these marketing experiments. He's going to say, oh, okay, let's do these phishing attacks. we have all this potential market here with the Bernie blue collar people. Let's come out with, you know, get EPA off my back, or get a $15 wage, or whatever it is, and then we'll send out the email to these people, nurses and so forth, that'll appeal to different groups. Then we'll get all this money coming back in through Act Blue. And then, of course, Imran going to take his percentage with Act Blues with an S. So that's in the lawsuit. We knew that, but really we didn't really focus on Share Blue yet, and David Brock and his this is the New York piece of this. Now I think there's going to be Andrew Theriault is going to be in the data analysis, and he's got another company saying Blue something. So you're going to do data analysis and microsegment these markets, and then you're going to send them the perfect message. You know, so I believe David Brock is involved in the perfect message, and there's going to be another Blue in here. And I'm not saying Andrew Theriault is involved in the conspiracy. I think he probably thought, hey, this is great. I'm doing microsegmentation. It's what you do down here that is really kind of the theft. So this is the criminal behavior. And you want a lot of stars around you all the time, and you drink a lot of expensive champagne. This is kind of the gangsta, you know, Al Capone thing. I always want beautiful people around me when I'm committing crime. So it makes me feel important. It makes me feel like an elite. So that's why I worry so much about how does the information actually get from point A to point B. We know that it gets there. We don't know yet about any kind of data agreements or whatever.